want to do a little session with you for the heart and for opening the chest area and also for the upper back, because this upper back area is so often sore, tight, and can really make you feel miserable actually when you feel very constricted around that area. And usually it's just stiffness. Usually it can be fixed with some gentle movement, some slow restorative stretches, and some stronger movements as well. So if you are feeling very tight and stiff and sore around this top area, around the chest, around the back of the heart, around the shoulders, then don't despair. I'm going to show you a few things that really help, and obviously, as with everything, it is ideally you practice. It's something to practice, not just a one-off. So what I thought we could do is use a rolled up mat, or you could use a rug if you didn't have a rolled up mat. We're not going to use that straight away, but we are going to use it later. And you want to be able it to be firm. It's going to come at the back of the heart. It's going to come into the back. So if it's so squashy that it will kind of deflate when you put weight onto it, then it's not ideal. Try and find something firm. I'm suggesting we start with something quite small, but depending on your tolerance, you might enjoy, a bigger item, such as a bolster. That would work as well. So get something like that, and tennis ball. Tennis ball is brilliant for opening up that area as well. So we'll use one or two. Two's good, but one is adequate as well. But before we use any of these things, we're going to come to sitting. So just take a moment to get your gear. Pause the video if you need to rush off and find your gear, and then when you're ready, come to a comfortable seat. So I would suggest kneeling or sitting cross-legged. Either is good. We'll start with our palms up, lovely open gesture. Close your eyes. Open your inner gaze. Relax the face, relax the jaw. You'd be surprised how much any tension that we hold in the face travels down into the chest and shoulder area. And let the tongue be relaxed, and let the tongue fill the mouth. Take a deep breath, easy breath. So we're not labouring the breath. We want it to feel natural. But we do want to have a sense of these lower ribs expanding and contracting. So, opening out to the side as you breathe in, and losing my words here. Contracting as you breathe out. We'll do a little bit of gentle spinal flexion just to warm you up. So take your hands onto your knees, palms down. I'll move around so you can see what this is going to look like. We're going to just keep a little tone on the belly. We're going to lift the chest. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Going to move the chest forward a little bit, but maintain that tone on on the belly, so you're not overarching. We do want a little bit of an arch, but not overarching. And then you can slide your hands forward a little bit. You can round your back. You can bring your chin to your chest. Keep breathing into those lower ribs. Lift your head, lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. So let's just do a few of those movements. It's a little bit like a cat-cow stretch, but we're kneeling, we're seated. We're going to move now into all fours or onto all fours. So we'll continue that movement. So press down through your hands, even weight into the hands, spread the fingers, a little bit of tone on the belly, and we're rounding the back. Push the floor away, so it's a little bit stronger. Really work your arms quite hard. Push the floor away. And then lift your head, your chest. Keep that little bit of tone on the belly. Stretch your chest forward. And a few more of those movements. As you round your back, you can sort of move your hips forward a little bit towards your chin. As you lift your head and chest, you can sort of press the chest bone forward. Feel the belly very, very taut, as though like a drum. We're going to come to lying completely on our bellies now. So this is a little bit stronger, more strengthening action. We're going to slide our hands back so they come in line with the lower ribs. And hopefully you can create a right angle with your arm so that, as you can see, the elbow is above the wrist and the elbow's in line with the shoulder. So that's the shape we're making, a right angle. Spread the fingers, keep the head down. So there's no need to hold the weight of the head at this point. So you can really focus on the alignment. Head down. Picking the shoulders up so they move away from the floor. And squeeze your shoulder blades together. And move them back away from your ears. And then relax. So we're going to do that 3 more times. And in fact, it's something to practice, on a regular basis. So elbows above your wrists, we're squeezing in. So the shoulder blades move in as though you were zipping them together. And the shoulders move back away from your ears. And a sense of stretching across the front of the chest. So we're going to do this a few times. Relax it. And once more. Relax it. And one last time. So it's quite a strong action. There's quite a lot going on internally, but you're not going to have a lot of external movement. So it doesn't look like much is going on, but it should feel like a lot's happening. And now let's just relax completely, head on your hands. So we're gonna try and create that feeling, that internal feeling, without the movement. So we're going to do something slightly different with our arms. We're taking them behind us. We're going to interlace them, press the hands together, and if you can, straighten your arms. Your head stays down. I'm lifting my head so I can look at you. Your head stays down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's the same sense of the shoulders moving back, away from your ears. Shoulder blades squeezing together. Relax the arms. And once again, interlace the hands, press the palms together, straighten the arms if you can. And most of all, the feeling of the shoulder blades moving together, the shoulders moving back. Relax your body down. Take a full breath. So that's preparation for the bigger movement, which is the back arch movement. So we're going to take our hands back towards the ribs. We're creating that right angle, but this time we're going to lift the head. So you want to stabilize your back. You want to squeeze your thighs together, squeeze your buttocks together. Engage those muscles at the back of the body, the muscles running along the spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift. So it's a little mini back arch, really emphasizing the upper back here if you can. It's not that we don't want to work the lower back too, but really want to feel those muscles between the shoulder blades working very firmly. Well done. Come down. We'll do that with the arms clasped behind us. So just as we did earlier, clasping the hands, straightening the arms, pulling the shoulder blades together, but this time you lift your head and your chest. So it's more of a back arch. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. It's a gentle squeezing action, not a straining feeling that we want. And completely flop down. We're going to come up a little bit, but this time taking the hands in front. So we're going to really focus on rolling the shoulders back. Do that a few times. Pressing down into the hands. You can straighten up the arms, or you can have them more, lower, slightly bent. We're really rolling the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the head. Trying to keep it quite soft here, so you can move your gaze from left to right. Maybe the hands will come in a tiny bit more. We're going to come all the way down, slide our hands back, so they come to the lower ribs. If you can, find that right angle again with the arms. Press down up into upward dog. So it's a more exaggerated back arch here. We roll the shoulders back and down. And coming back to an all-fours position. Pause here. Let the back come back to neutral. We come to sitting on our bums. And this is where it's nice to use this rolled up support. We're going to come back to lying on it in a second, but before we do that, let's just do a little gentle spinal flexion. So the hands flat on the floor behind us. We're leaning back a little bit into the hands. Fingers point towards the buttocks. We're going to lift our chest. Keep a tone on the belly, lift the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades in. So it's the same sort of shape we were making when we were lying on our bellies, but obviously it feels very different. And then chin gently to chest. Come round your back a little bit. Pause and breathe here. Do that again. Pressing down through the hands. So the elbows, don't let them splay out. They could even squeeze in so you feel the shoulder blades pressing towards each other. Lift your chest. Round your back. Lift your chest. Round your back. And then we're using this rolled up mat to support us. So we're going to bring it so it comes right at the back of the heart, or at the back of the breast area, bra strap area if you're a girl. So bringing it in, it can feel quite intense. Some of you might feel like it's not enough, but it's a good place to start. So we're getting a little lift, like a little mini arch for the back. We're going to hold our elbows. The arms are resting on the floor. We're holding the elbows. We open the armpits, and then you can straighten up the legs. It's not a. We'll see if we can make it a little bit dynamic here by extending through the feet. So flex the toes, press out through the heels, and then reach your elbows back to the wall behind you. So you've got a feeling of being pulled in two directions. You can also interlace your hands, press them up towards the sky and bring them all the way back. That can feel really good too. And a little bit of gentle rolling. It's not a huge movement, but just gentle rolling from side to side. So you're massaging that area at the back of the heart. Feels really nice. And then let's just bring the hands under the head. So the head is supported, the hands interlaced behind the head, elbows wide. So pressing as though you are going to press your elbows into the walls either side. So it's quite dynamic feeling in the arms. You can do that a few times, sort of re-engage the elbows, push out, and then relax. And try again. So press out through your elbows. You can flex your feet as you do that. So the whole body is sort of engaging. Create a little bit of tension there. And then completely relax. One last time. Pressing out with your elbows as though they're going to touch the walls either side. Engage the feet, flex the toes, spread the toes, push out through your heels. And then completely relax. So just wanted to do finish with a little massaging action with the tennis ball. So I suggest starting with one, and if you enjoy it, then you can use two. Again, the ball is going to come into the back of the heart. We're going to bring it either not right on the spine, just to the side of the spine, and there's no precise point at which that should go. You have to move it around to find a point that feels really, really good for you. So come down. I'm starting with my left side, so I'm going to just bring that ball. It's between the shoulder blade and the spine. I'm going to start with my legs bent. It's quite sore to begin. You're going to lift, extend your arms, and really sort of lift up, and then let the arm relax down a little bit. So bring a little bend into the elbow, lift up, and relax down a little. And then we're going to take some quite fluid movements out to the side, so the arm comes out shoulder height, and then raise the arm a little towards the wall behind you, and then bring it back up. So it's as though we are following the hand of a clock with the arm. So it can come all the way overhead and down. Go the other way. And then over to the other side. So with each altered movement of the arm, we're opening up the back of the heart, the back of the chest in a slightly different way. If you need to adjust, you can lift your hips and roll your body a little bit over the ball. That can feel really, really good. But it's also, if your back's very tight, a little tender. Remember to breathe. We're going to do the other side. So take the ball, put it into the point between the shoulder blade and the spine. You'll have to adjust it a little bit to get it right for your body. It's not on the spine, that's the main thing. We're going to lift the arm. We're going to reach up, and then we're going to kind of relax it down. So bring a little bend into the elbow. Reach up, relax down. Take the arm to shoulder height. You can rest it down to the floor. And then bring it up. And then take it, slightly adjust the position so it's coming back towards the wall behind you. Take a breath, and then reach up and back overhead. It's normal for this to feel a little uncomfortable. We're taking it over to the other side, so we're trying to get the full range of movement for the arm. Over to the opposite shoulder, back up, down towards the waist. And what happens is we open the back slightly different. Each time we raise the arm and adjust the position, we're getting a different opening in the back, and the ball will be massaging into that. So do breathe as you move, and slow it down if you need to. If you want to lift your hips a bit and adjust your position. It's also nice to make it just very fluid, so not necessarily holding the arm in one position, but just sort of floating it around. That can feel very therapeutic. And then let's just put the ball to one side. It's quite strong, so nice to completely relax your body. Before we do that, let's do a little action where we draw the shoulders blades back down. So elbows can come in a little towards your waist, and you're sort of shuffling the shoulder blades down the body. So you feel the tops of the shoulders move away from the ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades in and relax. Maybe you can do that a couple of times. So shuffle your elbows, shoulder blades down a little, squeeze them in so you're opening across the chest, and relax. And then coming into Shavasana, legs bent if you need something slightly gentler, or legs straight, and just resting. So just allowing the body to relax, especially this area around the chest. I'm going to come up so you can rest as you are. Yeah, just especially giving time for this area around the front of the chest, the back of the chest to relax. All those tight muscles that we have a habit of sort of falling forward a little bit, collapsing this area. So it's really nice to rest with a more open chesty position. So those are just a few techniques that blend combination of resting techniques and active techniques. Yeah, hope you enjoy that. Things to practice. Obviously, the more you can do them, the more benefit you're going to get. And if they don't work for you, please do feedback to me, and I can maybe make some suggestions. So hope that helps. Thanks very much. See you soon.